Well, ladies and gents, welcome to the second week of Titans League. A second round here for Sebastian, the 20-year-old from Uruguay who was so close to beating the Viper in one or two games, actually, in their first round series. Sebastian comes in here with 3 games lost and 0 wins, and his group is very competitive. It feels like the conversation about him is going to be staying alive and making it into Platinum for the next season. So if that's going to be the case, I think he needs 1 win here against Tato. At least 1, and then he could aim to get like 2 wins or, a couple series sets wins against Veleza, Barles, TaToH. Going to be tough, though. Everyone's playing really good. And he's got Tato, who many people put in their top 5 here. And Tato is playing as the Cumans, which is what he had done against Barles in his first round. In that first round, he won 2-1 there. So Tato's feeling pretty comfortable. But again, every single game matters. It all adds up at the end of the conclusion of the group stage. However, someone like Tato, he didn't really perform all that well or run that deep in the first seasons of Titans League. At least based on what he's capable of. The map is Ghost Lake. There are extra sheep on this map. You could see Sebastian's going to get those extra sheep right now. A bit interesting. Tato didn't seem to send his scout to the middle right away. This is something that you would normally see players do. Sebastian even left his sheep here in order to get the ones in the middle there. So I really like Sebastian's strategy. But, Tato had picked Britons, a civilization that's great on this map because it can be rather closed, but also because of the amount of sheep. Britons are historically one of the picks on Ghost Lake, though, of course, we haven't seen a lot of Ghost Lake over the years, so that outlook may have changed. But Tato had picked Britons and Cumans as well. So there was a bit of this uncertainty, I think, for Sebastian, because he wasn't sure if Tato would go for the 2TC boom with Cumans, which is completely different from what he also could have done, which is Britons. But he went for the Mayans here, and if you remember, he opened up his series against the Viper playing as the Mayans. And for those that watched that game, I loved reading those comments there. It was a ridiculous game. It was a crazy Viper comeback. It felt like only a comeback that Viper could maybe pull off. If you've been watching for as long as I have, just something we've seen from the Snake so many times over the years. But yeah, the targets to stay alive in the group in terms of wins. Thank you, Arbase, again, for bringing this up. So the 4th place players throughout the 4 different groups in the first season, okay, had the following amount of wins. We had 7, 6, 5, and 5. So the goal to be safe, and absolutely safe, would probably be 6. I don't know. 5 might not be enough. A lot of that depends on other results. Okay, so guys, recently, this looks so stupid. I'm gonna have to fix this. So the other day, everyone's mods just stopped working, and regardless of if you subscribe to them or unsubscribe to them or whatever, it just continued to not work. And there's been posts about it on the subreddit and on AoE Zone. And thanks to eMoment, I don't know how that bug happened. But anyways, I didn't have any issues the last 2 days. And I thought they said it was fixed. But something's going on here. Because the tree stumps are massive. Wait, does this have to do with the big tree mod that I downloaded? Oh! Okay. Well, I think this might be partially my fault. So I have small trees on. But I also have the huge trees on. And Capture Age, it picks up the small trees for the trees, and it picks up the large trees for the stumps. So the stumps actually get bigger than the trees. Okay, so I want to take my criticism of the devs back. I think this might actually be my fault. So we'll fix that in between games. So yeah, anyways, Tato's on the way to Feudal Age over here, and he is chopping his massive stump. And Tato's going to be going for scouts, actually. So Tato going to change his strategy. So that's the tricky thing, right? So Tato had done this against Barles. Barles was going fast castle because he assumed Tato would go for the mini 2TC boom. I mean, it is possible Sebastian will actually go for Feudal Age play at the end of the day here. And he does actually click up here. Sebastian doesn't know this right now, but this is actually going to end up being really good for him. Because sometimes if you try and go fast castle against the Cumans, they're just going to show up with scouts and towers, and that's what Tato did to Barles and give you some problems. Both bases pretty good. Tato's golds. Wait a second. Tato's missing a gold, guys. Hold on. This is a bugged map gen. TaToH's missing a gold. I need to intervene here. Hold on one sec. I need to try and message TaToH because he's missing a gold, which should not be possible. Okay, so I said, TaToH, you're missing a gold. I just realized. TaToH said, is fine. So, which to me means I don't care. TaToH with some massive balls here. He's just going to continue to play? Did he might have realized this himself? Okay. Like, he is his main golds. He has this 4-tile gold. There should be another 4-tile gold. Sebastian has 2 4-tile golds in his main gold. So TaToH's just going to continue to play. I mean, I don't know what more I can do there. Obviously, we'll take a look at the map script to try and sort that out. But we would have normally replayed this. TaToH just said it's fine. Now, if they were to stop now, we're catching up to live time. If they were to stop right now, maybe TaToH changed his mind. But at this point, he's been notified, and he's been attacking the house there. Apologies for the tree situation, by the way. It's a little embarrassing. It looks pretty ridiculous, but I can't do anything about it in-game right now. And Sebastian's going to see the stable from TaToH. I know TaToH's going for scouts. Remember, TaToH said it's fine. He said, I don't need my gold. Because who needs gold for scouts? I'm just going to kill all these villagers. And look at TaToH's micro. TaToH kills a villager just like... Oh, actually, hold on. Kills a villager just like that. They may have paused as well when I messaged TaToH. Or he just decided to just, like, immediately respond in the middle of the game. And TaToH's just so good. This timing on his scout rush is so amazing. He's killed 2 villagers already. And Sebastian's little rush is walled out. And the frustrating thing for Sebastian is humans also have extra HP on their palisade walls. So just playing into scouts and walls is actually a fairly strong strategy here for TaToH. Yeah, these golds here are neutral golds. So there's supposed to be the main gold, which is 7 tiles. There's 2 villagers in there, by the way. Main gold, which is 7 tiles, 2 4-tile golds, and then 2 3-tile golds. And sorry, 2 4-tile golds for each player. So in total, it's 2 7-tile golds, 4 4-tile golds, and then 2 3-tile golds. That's a lot of numbers. So TaToH's absolutely missing a gold spot. I think TaToH's even going to drop the second TC now, so... But TaToH went for the scout rush, got some kills. Did lose the scout in the middle of the map, but look at this little distraction play from TaToH. Distracted the spearman. Normally that archer and spearman are together. Again, creative play there, so TaToH wants to continue. And again, his micro's been so good. Like, his unit control is incredible. The second town center takes some time to build here for the humans, and this does sink you deeper and deeper in the feudal age. And Sebastian, he's going to be adding more archers, more spearmen. Still has the potential for a faster castle age, and obviously does have 1 additional gold. Also, the resources don't last longer like they do for the Mayans. It's always a frustrating feeling, though, if you're Sebastian. You've lost 2 villagers here. You know you're the underdog. You know, and then you're struggling between, like, defending yourself and attacking. You feel the need to attack because you lost villagers. You now see the second town center, so you know that could be an issue. But what a sick build order here from TaToH. And even adding an archer range right now. TaToH is just dominating the guy right now. He's going to kill the next archer. He doesn't need to worry about these, actually, because they can't do any damage to him right now. 6-1 KD for TaToH. Sebastian with a start that's less than ideal. And there's an archer range. So, okay, 2 TCs for TaToH. And he also has kind of the better army at the moment. He's going to get another archer. Sorry for the speed changes, by the way. Because I paused and this is live, sometimes that can happen. And okay, so basically, what you should aim to do if you're Sebastian is continually pressure here. But still have a really good farm count behind this to get to Castle Age. Because even if you were to kill, let's say, 2 villagers, 3 villagers, TaToH has 2 town centers now producing. So the ultimate goal is to control this game fully in Castle Age. And TaToH was probably pretty happy with his build, pretty happy with what he was seeing. I maybe should have realized a little bit faster, but it's just not something you really expect here with the map gen. The issue with Ghost Lake is sometimes the wood lines. Not the big giant stumps here. That's a visual mod. But in conversation with T West and having used Ghost Lake for my events in the past, getting proper woodline generations is always the toughest thing. because sometimes players will have forward wood and other times they won't. So, like, that aspect has been good, but obviously it's removed a gold. And TaToH's on stone, by the way, so he could make towers if he wanted to. We've got skirms for TaToH. We've got scouts for TaToH. And he's just going to fall back with his skirms now. He's no reason not to at the moment. 3 villager lead. But the potential for so much more, obviously. I think Sebastian wasn't expecting TaToH to have this much army. Like, the initial scout rush is one thing. But the timing on TaToH to also get the skirmishers out is just incredible. I honestly don't know if there's another player that can play humans on a map like this as good as TaToH. He's making use of the bonuses all the time, right? The cheaper stable, cheaper archer range, more wall HP. And now TaToH knows he's going to need gold, so he's going to come over here and drop a tower now, which is why he'd been prepping that stone. And maybe the first misstep from TaToH in this game, as Sebastian's got a really interesting force here. I mean, the whole thing for Sebastian now is he doesn't want to lose his archer mass. So he's going to hope the man-at-arms and spearmen can kind of hold off these skirms. And TaToH's trying to bait his opponent into engagements. But he's got to micro down the spearmen, and Sebastian's pulled those away. Those 2 eagles and man-at-arms. This is going to buy Sebastian a lot of time. 44 villagers versus 39. Sebastian's food eco looking better and better. And TaToH's army still being pushed away. Sebastian, nice hold here. And TaToH might be on that gold. But now I'm not sure if that additional stone is really doing much for him. He might need a market to balance his economy, and you still got about, let's say, 3 or 4 minutes till Sebastian's in the next age. But Sebastian is really held strong here, and it looked like he was going to get out of hand here, but we'll see. And TaToH's tower was, of course, perfectly timed, right? If he didn't have that tower, he would have never been able to fall back there. And he does have a misclick there. Yet again, for some reason, casting this live game, there's stutters for me, so I can't do anything about that. And normally associated with pauses. Let's see if I could, like, just speed up 8 times speed. No, actually, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is keep it on normal speed. Because if I do 8 times speed, sometimes when the game ends, if there's a spec delay, and there is here, it'll speed up, and it kind of spoils the ending, so. Now you're seeing the build difference for TaToH. Now his food count's starting to catch up as well. He must be saving that stone for an eventual castle, because he knows this could be bad. 15 to 6 KD for the Spaniard. And this young kid from Uruguay, I mean, he probably knows he can't kill TaToH right away. He might drop those town centers like he did against Viper. And just go to 3 TCs behind all this, but he does still have a considerable archer mass. Right now he's at 11. He'll probably be at about 15. That's enough to pick off some villagers at TaToH's base pretty easily. Does need to be careful here with this gate. He doesn't see this. That villager... she had a death wish. And unfortunately for Sebastian, you don't want to let this army in here, so you kind of just got to let her die. Sad times for her. And now, actually, the gate's open. TaToH's actually not going to end up running in here, though. Sebastian, though, had to use his speed to make sure TaToH didn't run in. Still, the archer mass is okay. It was 3 villager kills from TaToH, and he's going to be about 2 minutes behind a castle age with the 2 TC boom. Skirmishers might not be as much of an issue now. This could actually be a little bit of a clear for Sebastian. Maybe not all of it, but most of it. And allows him to freely move forward. Now, a big reason why this map is tougher to punish the humans, beyond just the additional food and the walling potential, and wow, I completely misjudged that, but still okay, is the fact that there's ice, and you can't build on the ice. So you can't go like forward siege workshop here, which is what you would do in Arabia. But Sebastian can go forward siege workshop here, and he's also dropping the 2nd and the 3rd town center, so he's going to try his best to catch up with the villagers. I like this decision here from Sebastian, and I think it's still going to be an awkward situation for TaToH to defend this. Like, TaToH's got to make more skirms now, and that's going to take time. Also looks like he's considering some knight play here. Also, TaToH using the scout and the skirms, trying to pick off the reinforcements from Sebastian and be super annoying. Sebastian's going to end up losing 1 crossbow, though. Will probably kill... Well, actually, look at TaToH! Calm down, bro. Look at that micro kills, an additional crossbow. And now he's in Castle Age. I also like how he started to make his siege workshop before he was in the Castle Age. You can only do that with the humans. Yet another example of TaToH making use of the human bonuses. You know... Normally, Tato would have another gold to work off of, right? And I don't know what more to say beyond the fact that I literally messaged the guy and said, hey, you don't have a gold. Like, let's read this. Let's do a restart. Same civ, same map. That's what you do. And hopefully it's not bugged. If this game isn't one that Tato snowballs, that could be a very pressing issue. Beautiful attack ground from him there. Does weaken some crossbowmen. And he's going to go elite skirmisher and a couple step lancers. And he's got his siege. There's a lot of moving parts in the middle of the map right now. Sebastian with an attack rounds. Predicted where Tato's going to go. Tato then dodges it. I would expect the Vil count to even out a bit because Sebastian's producing out of 3 town centers now, and he's got good economy as well. This tower is something Tato added a long time ago. That was really good thinking, wasn't it? Because if he didn't have that tower there, he wouldn't be able to take the gold still. Tato's going to use the skirms offensively, most likely just to pick off reinforcements, and Sebastian knows that, so he's waiting to send anything forward. But Sebastian's still struggling to really find an opportunity to do a lot of damage. I think Tato's going to want to run over here and TC this gold soon. And he also is sending the step lancers into the middle of the map. He must expect that siege is coming home right now. That's so good. If he spots that, that's an easy pick for him, and I believe he just did. And wow, what a great play from Tato. As he has to defend here as well, guys. And he repairs his mangonel, dodges back, loses the repair villager. Sebastian kills it, though. Beautiful micro from Sebastian. What a game this is. But what an annoying situation this is right now for Sebastian. He does have this gold for now, so he doesn't have to worry too much. And Tato abandons this wood line. Full armor for the skirm, so yeah, crossbows can't be anywhere near these things. And the siege workshop being forward does make defense really awkward. You can wall this out for the time being, so that's good, and try and hit the step lancers, but if you try and hit the step lancers, the skirms are going to hit everything else. And now Sebastian, I think he dives in here in a situation where Tato wasn't completely expecting it. Very bold dive. And Tato just hops in and out of the towers. And does drop that town center on that gold. Tato's still banking up stone, but not a lot of it. He doesn't have that much on stone. He does have his zones very safe. So if he wanted to go forward castle, he'd probably have more. But yeah, I mean, he has maintained his villager count. Sebastian, however, has caught up a little bit, hasn't he? Ballistics now for Tato, who wants to win this game through skirmishers. Sebastian thinking about maybe... it's a good decision here. Maybe some Eagle Warriors. Especially if there's not many Step Lancers. Eagles are starting to feel a bit stronger. Especially if Tato has Siege, Eagles are starting to feel a little bit stronger. Or sound a little bit stronger. Ballistics upgrade for Tato, though, means he's got a strong window here before any Eagles come out. And wouldn't surprise me at all to see Tato start to transition more on the stone in these moments. Watch that stone count if you get an opportunity here, guys, because I think that's going to be coming soon. Sebastian really, he's trying to ignore this. He's really annoyed by all this. He's got a lot of idle time because of it. And Sebastian will repair his siege. Doesn't want to lose this foothold. I like how he's made houses over here and has vision on that right-hand side in the long term. And he figures, I've got enough crossbows, man. I can just fight off these skirmishers. 34 crossbows. I wish I had a stat for active building time, like military building time. This whole game, it feels like those archery ranges have been moving for Sebastian. But, you know, he doesn't have the Eagle Warrior upgrade. He doesn't have multiple barracks. And he doesn't have... He hasn't been able to expand much. But he, too, is on stone now. And Tato slowly just trying to take out this siege workshop. The stat is right there. The stat is right where? There's no idle time stat for archery ranges. Unless maybe it's on the thing if I click it. Selected units efficiency. Well, that could actually maybe apply. See, I don't think it's the same as what I'm talking about. I want to know how consistently that's been producing. And that number varies and changes all the time. Maybe there's something I'm missing, though. Okay, Siege still very helpful against the skirms. Tato, just 18 skirms with a civ that doesn't get Bracer. And Sebastian, 130 population versus 120 now from Tato. He has come back in this game. Very nice comeback. Being told to click on the percentage. Ah, last minute all time. Creating unit. Oh, sick. That's awesome, actually. That's a really high stat. This one's 70%. I mean, the barracks probably super low, right? Because he doesn't produce out of it as much. Then that makes more sense. I'm curious on, like, TaToH's range in comparison. Wow, that's awesome. All right. I don't know. How long has that been there, actually? Is this a best of 5? No, there's no best of 5s in the group stage. It's play all 3s, as it says on screen there. Every win matters. It'll be played regardless of the results. Sebastian's on his way to the Imperial Age here soon. And he's kind of fallen back into defense mode, hasn't he? He's like, let's just protect myself. Let's go up towards Imp. If I get to Arbalest, what can TaToH do? And to be honest, while that third gold is a conversation that will need to be had a little bit later, perhaps, when it comes to TaToH, I don't even think that's as much of the issue. Like, even if that gold was there, Sebastian's going to be an Imp with Arbalest. As long as Sebastian doesn't take any really bad fights. He might not be expecting TaToH to have the siege over here. He had to wall this out, which is not so easy. He now sees the skirms. Decent shot there for Sebastian, but you got to keep your siege alive here. You're building a castle behind this. Oh, no! Oh, no! TaToH comes in with the Mangonel and the skirmishers and the Step Lancer. Oh, man. What a great moment for TaToH, who also clicks up to the Imperial Age. 47 farmers for him. He's got 1 relic. That's going to help with gold. But Sebastian falling apart a little bit. It feels like he has the army mass, though. He can't have it all in the same spot. TaToH just keeps switching positions. Also, that TC's at 84 HP. That needs to be deleted by Sebastian. Otherwise, he'll lose all those resources. He will complete the castle on his gold. Well, he might not lose the resources because TaToH might just pressure the units. So I guess that ends up being okay. There is a hole there. Very hard to see because I got this weird stump glitch. Decent hit there from TaToH. Okay, that got deleted by Sebastian. He's actually very low on gold at the moment. And he wants to wait till Imp to take any engagements with his crossbows. Something I need to enable again, I didn't have it on for community games, is the market events. Look at how much has been sold for gold here. And look at how annoying TaToH is. Another opportunity to snipe a siege weapon. Also has this over here, which is what Sebastian's trying to deal with. Dude, TaToH is so good with small numbers of units. It's crazy. Now, let's look at TaToH's point of view. TaToH can see this gold. He sees this gold, and he knows there was going to be a TC there. So he might fixate a lot of his pressure there. He doesn't see the neutral gold over here. He does have 2 relics. About to be 3. TaToH said, it's fine. He said, is fine. When I said, hey, TaToH, you're missing a 3rd gold. He responded to me immediately. This is obviously before a lot of the damage was dealt. And he said, let's just play on here. I don't need that freaking gold. Like, I'm just worried about Cumans. How do you stop Arbalest if your skirmishers don't have bracer? I mean, they will have the armor, which is good. But it just becomes such a big long-term problem. It would be better, though, to have the final armor and no attack. I think because the idea of skirmishers is they do a lot of damage anyways because of the bonus damage. Not because of their attack, right? Because, look, it's this 3-attack unit. It's the bonus damage that helps them. And the armor is what makes them strong against archers because they tank a lot of shots. Still TaToH with random units on Sebastian. Sebastian dropping another castle. Sebastian will get his TC up on that gold. Sebastian, no Arbalest upgrade just yet. That hurts. He's going to want that. He is getting chemistry right now. TaToH is also getting armor and chemistry. So he does no imp upgrades at the moment, and Sebastian does. No guard tower available for the Cumans either. TaToH's going Cavalier behind this. It feels like he wants to open Skirm and then try and maybe win this game really fast with Paladin. Be a bold choice for TaToH, who still does have to respect the siege. Not having that bracer upgrade means he's doing the same amount of damage against the siege as he would have if he was in castle, but he takes it out like it's nothing. Still has random units throughout Sebastian's eco, and you could tell Sebastian's like struggling to keep up with the pace of the game a little bit. And TaToH will drop castle number 2, and he's dropping all those cheap stables now. You don't see this every day, guys, but TaToH is going to open with Paladin before he's shown his opponent that he's going to cav at all. So, like, sometimes you're going to see, like, Hussar, or you at least fight with Cavalier. But TaToH's hiding this decision. And when he shows up, it's going to be with Paladin, not with Cavalier. And so the problem from Sebastian's point of view is, you're not seeing anything that indicates to you that your opponent's going to do this. I think on some level, though, you should expect it. But if you remember how Sebastian played Mayans against Viper, he was really late to add in the barracks. Like, you shouldn't think that Tato's going to continue with skirms. At the very least, you'd think Tato would go Hussar. So there should be barracks going down now, in my opinion. Maybe not, though. Like, maybe he just says, I'm Mayans. Like, I can make, like, 60, 70 ARBs. No, then again, there's the pikeman upgrade. It's so risky for Tato, like, because he just doesn't have a lot of gold, right? Like, if Paladin does not work, he might lose the game. He does not have a lot of gold income. He's got the relics, which is nice. And he also does have the Trebs here. And the Trebs might just hold this position for a little bit longer so he can mass those Paladins. 150 villagers for Tato. And yeah, the Treb is to pack up there. And he is sending his skirms from the right side. But they are arriving here, and they're getting a decent trade in. And now Paladin's in. And now you panic. Now you panic if you're Sebastian, and this is the moment Tato was waiting for. Paladin in a 1v1 when you don't have 4 tiles of gold. Are you kidding me, Tato? Are you that crazy? Now, Tato has to be careful he doesn't lose his Trebs here. He could have stayed here with the Paladins, but he knows his opponent's exposed. So here he goes. Sebastian just overchopped that tree, so the Paladins get in. They would have gotten in anyways. So he has to put out that fire. And now Sebastian has to save the front of his base. You've still got skirms hitting Arbalest. And now the Paladins from Tato will run in. Is that high enough number to snipe these Trebs? It's worth it for Tato so he doesn't lose his own. He's trying there, but he won't get the second one. Sebastian, however, will lose that castle. Still good population for Sebastian, and still a question of if Tato can continue to make Paladins. And we're talking about Mayans, guys. Mayans are really good at holding on to resources. And now we've got Halb and Arbalest in for Sebastian. Tato did get in here. I mean, they still got skirmishers here, which is crazy. But he got in here with a lot of units. There's a lot of idle time and messiness for the economy right now for Sebastian. But Tato has to pack up with his Trebs right now. And that's a good sign for the Uruguayan. He's still got 128 villagers. And Tato's going to see this gold, though. And now Tato's going to back up. I think it would make sense for Tato to click the light cav upgrade at this stage. Like, I don't know if you want to continue with just Paladin, but we will see. He's also selling resources before his opponent. He even sold stone. He's like, I don't need more castles. He's trying to compensate for the fact he didn't have that gold. Could this become a wood game where Tato controls all of this side with a lot of raids and, you know, keeps Sebastian penned in on this side? Are the Cuman skirms good enough? They still doing decent job against the Halbs. The other thing is you don't have to be that worried about losing skirmishers. Tato also has lots of production on this side, too. I think that was part of the problem, is he was producing from the right side. Tato is just a fearless player with so much confidence in his abilities. Sebastian, again, showing what he's capable of and how good a player he is. But unfortunately for him, he just still doesn't have enough here. And Tato runs in with the Palas. He should take that Treb. I'm really surprised. He's going for the Arbs! I think Sebastian expected the Treb to be the focus there for Tato's Paladins. Tato says, I might not have gold, but I've got enough of it for now. He only has 1 Treb, though. If he had 4 Trebs and he had taken out Tato's Treb, this is probably game over, and Sebastian loses his whole position. But let's see. Sebastian's down to 27 Arbs, guys. He is making more. This Tato guy is just an incredible player. Treb number 2. Skirm Paladin, Skirm Paladin, Skirm Paladin. And Paladin's in the eco now. The castle in the front will fall. This is just disgusting. Tato is so good, man. He is so good at this game. The things that he was able to do in this game, from the scout rush to the 2 TC boom to all the decisions in Castle Age, is so technical and so strong. And it looks like Tato's going to take the first game without 4 tiles of gold. 81 villagers killed by Tato in this game. He only lost 4 against all that pressure that Sebastian had, all that military. Like, how many times do you see mines with that level of military and they can't get that much damage in? I think Sebastian, he'll know this now. He knows he's probably dead. You play on until you're certain that you're dead, especially when every game matters like this. And then, obviously, it's a play all 3. You've got more games coming up. So maybe you want to de-rust a tad as we see Siege Ram on the way now for Tato. But, yeah, the GG's called. Tato is just, not only is he a beast, guys, but he is just so fun to watch. Like, the way he views the game, the way he plays the game, the strategy that he intertwines into his style is just so great. It is the reason he's one of my favorite players. 298 kills in this game from Tato. 192 units lost. And again, he didn't even have 4 tiles of gold. Like, he put himself on the clock there with going Paladin. But at the same time, he realized that it's actually best for him to finish this game fast. And the way to do that is to spend that precious gold. In the end, I'm curious what the gold difference was. He actually collected more of every single resource that game, which is pretty incredible. And, you know, for Sebastian, I think that he correctly played to his strengths, picking Mayans. But I'm not entirely sure if going for a Archer Eagle Civ is necessarily the way against the humans. It's so easy for me to say after the fact, but I personally would have liked to see like more of a stable choice there. Because then if the opponent goes scouts, cool, you can go scouts as well. If they go 2 TCs, going Knight, Monk, Siege seems to be an effective way to punish the humans. Like, the crossbow play allowed him to catch up an eco and take it to late game, but he was never able to punish the TCs or punish the little tower play. Like, you know, you don't get guard tower with humans. Like, Siege melts it, but crossbows can't really on their own. And anyways, I think TaToH's just too good. He's just too good. Okay. Anyways, I want to show you guys, though, like, in my Steam, I said, Tati, you are missing a gold. I just realized. He just said, it's fine. And he didn't even pause. So he said that mid-game. I figured that was the best way to contact him so we could restart that one. But he said, screw you, T90. Wow, that's not actually what he said. But you get what I'm saying. So Tato takes the first game. I've got to restart my game here and remove that mod. Thanks again, everybody, for watching this cast. If you didn't hear in the video, this was actually part of a full series. And what I typically do is I have the best individual games go to the YouTube channel. That way you know if this video goes up, it's going to be a banger. And then the full series I will have on my second YouTube channel, which is called T90 Extras. We make it really simple for you, though. Anytime I do this, in the description, there's a link that you can click if you want the full thing. So, once again, if you want the full thing, check the link in the description, and I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching, guys.